sir.
Excuse me, Dr. Ag,
Excuse me,
there is
sir.
no protecting the Holocaust.
What are you talking about? You use words in ways that clearly demonstrate you do not know what they mean. For me
No.
to say, stop interrupting. For me to say, have respect and think about your ideas before you articulate them because you don't know how people are impacted by them. It's not me protecting anything, Aslick. It's about having sensitivity when you are talking about issues and things that are happening in the world where people may be personally and directly impacted. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not protecting anyone. And all of this virtue signaling and outrage that people have on the app, what are you doing in your real life about it? Right? How are you activating in your real life to make a change? That's what I want to know. And that's what my point was going to. Because there are people who sit in these rooms who are actually doing stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And all y'all social media activists and outrage artists, full of shit. So don't play with me. I'm not protecting anyone.
Yeah, Robert, what did DJ Khaled have to say? Where's DJ Khaled? Oh, yeah.
We all go with a dollar every day. That's
Oh.
the first step.
I saw Khaled, not to cut you off, Khaled is on the beach looking like a whale. I saw a recent picture with him. He's sitting on the beach, right? And you should see, like, he looks like a whale sitting on the beach. He's sitting somewhere far in the background. It was beautiful, just sitting there. It's like, that's where I saw him at last. Recently, I came home. So that's the sighting that I had. But that shit bothered me. I'm part of me, like, for talking about, sometimes I don't know what's gonna come out my mouth, but that shit right there, just like, that bothered me, man. It did, it just bothered me.
And he's on the beach.
Those problems.
Why is your mom?
Not Khalid, not that Khalid did. Well, I'm talking about the images of the starving child. It was an image of a starving child, like the bones.
Okay, we understand.
I understand. And then to his question, I mean to Point's question, that's where I saw Khalid. Yeah, he was on the beach and he was spread out, literally. His stomach he put on back. If that's a recent picture, his stomach is like, this shit was crazy. It's huge. It's like a bunch of pillows.
He didn't look hungry at all.
Like he eating all that food. He looked like he eating all that food. And I'm like, wait till y'all see the picture. Wait till y'all see the picture. No, because well, I'll let Point discuss it. But just put it this way, he looks like he's just really overeating and living in just pure, like just gluttony. That's what it's like.
I thought you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah, what's going on?
The purpose of bringing up DJ Khaled is because he's one of the biggest Palestinians.
Thank you. I thought we all knew that though. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were doing remedial. I didn't think I needed to say that, but I guess some people didn't know that. But thank you for saying that. I mean, yeah.
Anyway,
He doesn't have a voice on his people, is what we're saying. He never has a voice on his people with all the fame that he has. And come to think of it, our artists today, yo, what's up with y'all? Like, all this shit going on.
listen, Walter Cronkite.
No, but think about this seriously. Because we know, listen, be politically correct. Work with me here. I make a lot of sense if you just listen, right? So this room, this is my own politically correct, right? Really super sharp people. Like, you guys impress me over and over again with various skill sets you have. So all I'm saying is this, when I think about, like, just historically growing up in the 70s and the 60s, artists always came out, like, when there was trying times and Marvin Gaye songs and Stevie were like, nobody, all of these artists, and nobody could come up with a powerful song just to bring some relief to people, inspire people, try to bring people together. No fucking body? That's crazy. I'll let
Yo, Rob, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
I'm outside, my fault, brother. But yeah, listen, bro, I'm Gen Z. I just want to say, brother, this generation
not even this generation. I just think society has.
We need y'all, man.
Yeah. Nah, but listen, what we at currently, timeline, man, it's that shit out there. Like, this is like, I often, whenever I would read in history, or educate myself about history, I used to just sit back and think, like, man, how did humanity allow this atrocity to happen? How did humanity really just sit back and watch a certain group of people get treated a certain way? And I reflect on what is going on right now in Palestine. It's something that I understand, that I've come to, to the conclusion that most individuals and most people are very passive and are very self-interested. And as we all should be, we should all be interested in preserving ourselves and our livelihoods and everything. But we just live in a very selfish timeline that people don't want to put their pockets at risk. Whether it's DJ Khaled, as you said, and his stance on what's going on and his own personal success, or as far as, let's just say NBA players and that moment when they decided that they were going to boycott the NBA during the 2020 police brutality situations. And all it took was a phone call from Barack Obama to tell them, hey, I don't think you guys should boycott the NBA. Let's really sit back and think about it. There's better ways to do this. So I just think that in terms of change, where we are in society and humanity, not a lot is going to happen as we're seeing. Like, we all know what's going on in Palestine is wrong. We all know that there's people in our government that should be held accountable for what they're allowing to happen. But a lot of people in society don't have the backbone and the spine to do what's right. And that's just what it is. That's where I'm coming to, because I've protested. Listen, in my personal life, I've even told an Israeli woman that came to my institution as a spokesperson to try to, educate my peers on what's going on in the Middle East right now, or what we call the Middle East. And I had to tell her off. Like, listen, I don't know if you people are educated, but this is the most informative generation that has ever walked this planet. It doesn't take much to Google and understand, what happened truly in 1948 and where this all took, what needed to take place for all of this to happen.
Yeah.
And she was confused. So, to answer your question, man, rappers, celebrities, they're not gonna do anything about it, because we're just in the timeline where people are worried about their pockets, and being selfish is cool. Being selfish is doing the right thing. And that's just my personal opinion.
Thank you so much for that, Thought 12. I only really, get serious when I'm talking to Gen Z and others, right? Because they're the future. So yeah, keep hope alive. A lot of hypocrites are coming out of the woodwork now. The joke was made about DJ Khaled, but where's Rihanna? She has children. So eventually in a month she'll come out and say, oh, it's so awful what's happening to children. And some of us know that it's all hypocritical, because the industry, pays them and they dance a tune. They dance for their master, the Zionists. We know this. So keep hope alive and keep your spirit going. You're the future and you're the light. Shout out to you.
Why are we acting like we give a fuck what DJ Khaled says about anything?
Fuck all these mainstream establishment artists.
Y'all still ain't bring me into the light. I don't even know what we talking about. Why does DJ even mention what happened with it?
He's a supporter of Palestine and the whole occupation.
No. His heritage is from Palestine. Yeah, right. They should tell.
I thought you were talking about God.
There's too many talking. That's why I couldn't understand the first time.
Yeah, let's go back.
My shit's pretty good.
information is
People have asked him
Down
to,
over
have a voice.
One night.
So he had a on a beach. and talked about it. Is that the problem?
No, there's a recent picture. The beach. Okay, guys, there's a recent picture you probably will see it on your timeline of DJ Khaled. And when you look at the picture, can't wait for you guys to see it. you see a very large.
Okay, we get it.
A lot of weight.
Robert, wait a minute. Don't get started. I need to understand.
I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna answer the question.
You gotta back it up. Dave Chappelle woke it up first.
Why is that?
This is good stuff. Y'all gotta listen. This is good stuff. Listen, guys.
Dave Chappelle said it first. He's like, you know what? And this is Dave Chappelle that hasn't said nothing in a minute. Came out of the woodwork, made a tweet, said, hey, where's DJ Khaled in all this? You're looking at God and starving. This guy, he's been awfully quiet for being Palestinian, especially when he's fat as hell. He's the only fat Palestinian on earth. I'll pull up the direct quote. That's what
So let me just say this: the whole him looking like whatever on the beach it has nothing to do with the conversation. The point is, Dave Chappelle brought up the fact that he's the biggest Palestinian celebrity right now. Why is he not saying something? That's what.
Yeah,
Well,
he said
for
to
me,
me, only fat Palestinian.
Right. That's why.
I think when you're saying that, I think that part of the context is making it confusing for the room. So let's.
It shouldn't be. It's not confusing. It's not
Oh my
confusing.
God, it's confusing when it says, yeah. Hold on, Robert. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. The point of it is we can talk about people should speak up, but when people are making large amounts of money, I think it's fair to hold them responsible, which is interesting because I have never heard anyone from the Palestinian community holding DJ Khaled responsible. So it was interesting that Dave Chappelle did.
What is it that he should be held responsible for?
No, Palestinians have criticized them. They have criticized.
Hold on, Robert, can you let somebody else go? Womack, go ahead, because you was gonna ask my question.
Yeah, what is it that he's responsible for? He's in DJ that grew in Miami, went to New York, and has been in the hip hop industry for 20 plus fucking years. What is he supposed to be responsible for? We've never taken advice from DJ Khaled on fun. We've never taken his financial advice. We've never taken his sports takes. Most people don't even take his musical taste seriously. Right? Because people criticize if he's actually a fucking producer or not, and half of the people don't even give a fuck for his DJing skills. So what, as a character who has really good friends in the industry and has made a career for himself based off of his relationships and not really the music he makes or the records he spins, why the fuck do we care now? And why do you think he should step out of pocket, out of his lane that he's been in for 20 plus years? He's never spoke on any political issues. So what makes you think he should now?
I'm gonna go because I let Womack take my turn. And just to add to that, I'll broaden it out a little bit. Where does it come from, this expectation that because people have money, right, or that because people have wealth, or that they have celebrity, that they are obligated to act in ways that other people determine are righteous or humanist or whatever? Like, where does that expectation come from?
So
Just to add to Womack's question.
If I may, excuse me, please. Before October 2nd,
Somebody else was gonna go, actually.
oh, the truth that I am, no, I'm gonna bring the truth.
Who was it that came off of the line?
You wanna fight? Genocide.
Wait, hold on 1 second, because I gotta go to a meeting. But let me just answer a bunch of those questions really quickly.
No, you tried too well. Okay.
Got a job, I'm sorry. But the first one is, if I'm the person that's purchasing, I can make decisions about what I purchase. And so if I don't feel like you're doing enough, I can make that decision for me personally. And I think that we should all exercise that right, that if we don't like how somebody that we're supporting, including Coca-Cola or whoever else, is moving, then we should not support them. So that's why I don't F with Fat Joe, because which is going to tie back into this. Fat Joe is the one defending non-black people using the N-word because it's part of the culture. Fuck that. So that's why I don't fuck with Fat Joe. Even though I like his rapping style, whatever, I just don't. In addition to that, same thing here. DJ Khaled did speak up about Fat Joe and said like we shouldn't be coming after him about using the N-word. He did speak out and say we shouldn't be coming after him about him calling when he was in the verses those two black women dusty black bitches. It was Lil Mo and whoever else was on there. So he did speak out about that. To him, that was a big deal. But talking about his own people is not a big deal. That just seems odd. So to me, hold on, let me land. To me, that's enough for me to at least question it. And I respect Dave Chappelle for saying something that was unpopular with a lot of people because the numbers disagree with is it Womack? The numbers disagree with you. That nigga DJ Khaled is popular.
So
I never said he wasn't popular.
Walmart, we're not looking for his advice. Hold on, we're not looking for his advice. We're looking for him to use people are looking for him to use his influence. People are looking for him to use his influence to show some yeah, so that's it. That's what people are hopeful for. Not advice, but simple fucking empathy, simple acknowledgement of the fucking shit that's going on in your homeland, man. That's it. Nobody's asking him to be an advocate or do anything to the extreme. But God darn, you like nothing. You don't acknowledge nothing.
This is just moral grandstanding, though. This the shit, yo.
It's not about grandstanding.
This is, you know why? Because Buddy just talked about Fat Joe.
He let you finish, so let him.
Yeah, it's about like, and yes, Palestinians have echoed their concerns or their wishes that they would he do something or bring some type of attention. Yes. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all ODing, like.
Okay. So go ahead, Womack.
This is moral grandstanding. Hold on, point. You can go right after me. This is just some moral grandstanding bull. So, Buddy, whoever it was that brought Fat Joe hasn't had a record in forever. You're not gonna convince me you're boycotting Fat Joe's fucking music, right? DJ 22 or 21, some shit like that. He hasn't even been doing music like that in the last 3 or 4 years. The fact that you want these people to come out of their little pockets that they've been in, sheltering themselves with their industry relationships, their wealth, and everything else that they put around them. You think they're coming out of pocket to talk on a situation that they never touched on? This situation has been going on since he's been in the industry, right? There's been issues in Gaza since he's been in the industry. He's never spoke on it, not one time. The fact that you think that you can just guilt trip somebody into stepping out of their own pocket is fucking weird to me. Because what is the purpose? We're gonna argue about DJ Khaled for another hour, and nothing's gonna change. And he's not gonna. Even if Khaled spoke on it, it wouldn't change a thing. That's just my only point. He wouldn't change shit.
All right. I noticed you're trying to silence me, and I know the reason why. And the reason why is this, because before October 7th, there was nothing but Palestine coming out of DJ Khaled's mouth, and you can go double check that. Once October 7th broke, DJ Khaled knows he works for Zionists, and he better shut the fuck up. Dave Chappelle said what he said, but if you really, really understood what he said, he was going way, way over DJ Khaled's head. He was going to the Zionists that own the record industry, and he's basically saying Rihanna even is quiet. Beyonce has children, she's quiet, and DJ Khaled, you fat fuck, you're from Palestine. So the issue is what's going to happen to Dave now, because he went after the power structure. You thought he was going after DJ Khaled, but that's your small mind. So the issue is, this is why Kamala lost. And that's why you've been silencing me and don't want to speak on the stage. Right? You're triggered.
All right.
I know you're triggered. The audience knows you're triggered.
Okay, thank you. All right, I have an administrative point. You said what you said.
Yeah, but you never stopped anyone else and slowed anyone else down, saying, okay, then, only me. Why? Because I know the truth, and I know you know the truth, and it's bothering you. So here's what we're facing in America now. Under a dictatorship, your balls are being squeezed by the orange cheetah. And he's hired the same people who used to do the genocide to come do it to you through Palantir. But you're going to find out later. So thank you.
You're welcome. welcome, babe. All right, I have an administrative situation. Somebody has Mr. Barefoot. He needs to get some shoes on his feet. Michael Barefoot blocked. Who's got Michael Blackfoot? I mean Barefoot blocked.
It's crazy. He's the least blockable person on the whole app.
Exactly.
I think I
Shame
checked
on
my
you.
room, my
Shame.
phone was wet. What's his profile? You said Michael Blackfoot?
Barefoot.
Barefoot?
B-E-A-R.
He's
But
Barefoot.
it's B-E-A-R.
Wait,
Yeah, he's got-
B-E-A-V?
He got lots.
He's the gentlest teddy bear on Clubhouse.
Y'all like to I know, it's
What is happening?
I'm sorry. I
People having people blocked though.
I did this the other day. No, but that was totally missing.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
think you guys got my mama blocked. Can y'all block her? No, I literally, my phone was wet. I said that the other day. I was
So
gonna
your
call
phone is wet and that causes you to block people is what you say?
No, I don't, like, sometimes your phone does, like, it presses buttons when it gets really wet. If you
There's
try
Barefoot.
to handle the mic.
She said there was a water that got in her phone that blocked you. It was the holy water. I don't know.
I'm really sorry. I had sometimes I unmic with my hands wet, and then I have to try to mute up. But I don't know if I blocked it. Y'all crazy. Clubhouse, please remove that guy. No. That these people deal with, he's crazy. No, he's not crazy at all. Like he's not him. I'm just saying, like he's never said anything crazy.
I just want to say I got credit again for mending the peace. Thank you.
Well, there was nothing to mend, but you did get credit the other day for mending. But this was a mistake that my phone, I did ask my phone.
It's fine. I take
Yeah, you apologized to him, Sin. I told him. Yeah.
It's fine. I take credit for it anyway. Thank you.
I'm gonna stop blocking people because I want to be a part of the people that block. I want to feel special. Start with
You want what? No, don't do that. That's not nice.
Because when y'all say somebody blocked somebody, I never have somebody blocked, so I don't.
Start
like
an interruption. Y'all get back to the conversation. I just I know. I'm just saying there was somebody that probably wanted to respond. So here's my take on Khaled. I hear what people are saying. You are expecting this from him, and that's perfectly fine. However, I'm looking at it from the standpoint if I were in this person's shoes. I don't know that I would or that I wouldn't. But for me to have an expectation of someone and then shine them in a bad light, I don't think that that's good at all. And that's my point. You got it? Point?
I don't know. Yeah, social
Hey,
capital.
Jess.
What's going on? Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry. Social capital exists. They're leveraging their celebrity, their personality, all of these things, and they've put themselves in the position to be critiqued on every single thing. As a result, that is a part of the job that they've taken on. They know this, and we have no. There's nothing on us to be silent about that. We have no imperative, no, it's not our prerogative to be silent on how we feel about their responses to things that we feel that people in the public sphere should be responding to. And silence on an issue that's serious in the public sphere is something to talk about. And particularly with somebody who's actually from that area with family. Oh my God. Yeah, we don't owe that to him to be silent or to not have a critique on any moral basis. If you can see he's silent, say something. Like, he's not saying anything at all. The problem is nobody's saying anything. The problem is everybody's just like, everybody's just see and nobody says shit.
I got you. But my thing is, for me, if there's something going on in your life that's personal, and then people start asking you questions about what's going on in your life, right? And you don't care to discuss or give them that information, you have the right to that privacy. He has a right to his privacy. He doesn't have to come out and say anything. It's not mandatory. Yeah, you can want what you want, but everybody's old enough for your wants not to hurt. You better scratch your ass and get glad. Like, seriously.
People need to get off Clubhouse because you don't understand and it goes way over your head. This is why Kamala lost.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Why is it every time I'm speaking, it's hold on? And other people speak, if you never say, hold on to them. And I know why you do that. Because now you're sitting in your shit that Kamala lost. Now you're thinking back. And then you'll connect the dots to understand that's why I'm not finished. That's why you lost more than 15 million votes. Because of the fucking issue we're discussing right now. And that's why you have the orange Cheeto up your ass. And you don't want to look at it because you know it's true, but you're hypocrites. The issue is not DJ Khaled. Robert dropped something. You don't even get the underlying. And you're still focused on a fat guy on the beach. That shows where you are. And in 6 months, then you go, oh my God, I get it now. It's too late then. So it's just like the video you were listening to, the clip you were listening to about Nancy Pelosi's trades. 45 days after the bitch made the trade. I mean, you guys, this is why I troll you. Thank you.
So Khaled is not obligated to do anything, but everyone got their own opinion. To me, he's spineless. How do you have a platform that you don't say shit about what's going on with your own people? Period.
Yeah,
He's
we
fucking
know that.
spineless.
Yeah, we know that, but the issue is bigger than that. And I'm trying to think about Khaled.
Well, to be fair, like if we're talking about an artist, he is technically a business, and businesses operate using what's it called? Business ethics, right? They have a thing called corporate social responsibility. So every company or any entity that is trying to make money always considers their business ethics, because the way that they're perceived is very important, because they know that if I'm doing the wrong thing socially, I'm going to be held liable and accountable for that. Right or wrong? Is that something that we're all aware about here?
Sure, but you don't go boycott every company who hasn't spoke out against what's happening in Gaza. You don't do that.
Hold on, brother. So I disagree with that, because again, if I use the example of the 2020 protest when it came to police brutality and the death of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor, companies were jumping out the gate and virtue signaling, saying that, hey, we stand with black people, we are listening to your plights and the things that you're going through, and we know it's wrong. They were coming out and saying statements like that because they knew that, hey, they could be next, they could be boycotted next, they could be protested next. So I disagree with that.
You can disagree. That doesn't make it true. I mean, not to mention those particular situations that happen that you just spoke on happen in America. There is no corporate gain by and large for being a political figure for what's happening in Palestine for a lot of these companies. I'm not saying what you're saying isn't right. I'm not saying that what's happening over there isn't wrong, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't say anything about it. I think everybody should point a light on it. But what I'm saying is there is no, if there's a random fucking tech company, there is no incentive for them to just say free Palestine on their fucking header of their profile page or of their website. It doesn't make sense. So your argument, while I get some of what you're saying, doesn't apply across it.
So hold on real quick. Let me just respond. So I disagree, because again, you can see it right now, even what's happening or what happened with universities and what Trump had to do, because certain universities were taking stances because their student body were holding them accountable. This definitely affects us. I mean, APAC is one of the biggest lobbyists in our country. So what happens over there directly affects us. It affects us to the
Why are
point
we
that
talking about impact? Impact.
I said APAC.
I know.
I
I'm
said-
just saying that it impacts us. It affects us. I'm saying
Yeah,
why are we talking about? Okay.
No, go ahead. I'm listening. Because I'm trying to understand what you're asking.
Yeah, no, I mean, I want you to go in with your submission. I'm just trying to figure out why are we carrying off. I don't think that's a submission about saying that it doesn't impact us. I feel like you're going deeper into
No,
it.
I'm saying,
A
no,
different
I'm saying,
point than what
I'm
we're
saying-
talking about.
I'm saying that it does impact us, and I'm stating why. I said how a lobbyist,
Because you
a
were talking,
lobbyist.
hold on.
Hold on. Oh
512.
gosh.
Hold on, 512. Because you were talking over First Lady, you missed what she was asking. She understands that you're saying it impacts us. Her comment was, she can make her comment. Go ahead, First Lady, because he didn't hear it because he was talking.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how is that relevant to Womac's point, because Womac isn't making the point that it isn't or can't be impact or affected, to us, or an impact to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out, like, why
so I'm
that
even
matters.
more confused because I was directly answering that. He said that something happening in the Middle East does not affect us, and that's what he was speaking on to the example of the police brutality example that I used, and I'm saying that
Okay.
no, it
So
doesn't.
he made a point about it
let me-
not being impactful. Okay.
Yeah, let me clarify that point. My point was not that it doesn't affect us. My point is the companies that we should boycott are not incentivized by just randomly speaking out on that particular issue. Not that they shouldn't, again, but there's a bunch of companies who just are not incentivized to do that because their customer base is not going to be affected if they do not speak on it. So rather than politicizing their companies,
Okay, so now that you stated that, I disagree because Starbucks was directly impacted. Starbucks lost a lot of fucking money throughout these last 2 years since the happened. They actually did. Hold on, stop fucking interrupting me. No, stop fucking interrupting me. Are you good? Yo, are you good, bro? So I guess the reason why
Everybody go mute. Okay, so if you're
sorry, I'm just like
over people, if you're talking over people, then you can't be mad when people talk over you. So if your rule is, if your rule is you don't want to be interrupted, then don't talk over people.
So with all due respect, I did not. Because you cut me off.
Because I'm trying to bring the temperature down with everybody bickering back and forth, sir.
I understand that, man, but I myself did not interrupt anybody.
Everybody can hear what's being said.
I understand that, man, but I was interrupted.
That's what
I understand that, man. I was the one that was interrupted, and I was responding to the interruptions.
Now what I'm saying to you is, you're not recognizing that you were also interrupting. You interrupted and you talked over Womack, right? You interrupted.
He was responding to me.
And you're interrupting and you're talking over me now. All I'm saying is, if your rule is you do not want to be interrupted, then you should not interrupt. So I think you got about 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go to Odie. Please, nobody interrupt so he can wrap it up in 15 seconds, and then Odie can make his comment, and if necessary, they can have that thing back and forth. And then after Odie, it'll be Johnny's thing.
Yeah, I can have it because I lost my point.
Okay. Odie's on the phone.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I find it kind of problematic that we put so much pressure on celebrities or public figures to be advocates or be vocal in certain situations just because they may have some type of connection to the situation. And I'll agree, I'm biased because I worked in a space where I dealt with and managed the reputations and public profiles of people. But who's to say that, because this happens a lot, people who have persuasion and influence and they have reputations and they have power and prominence, who's to say that they're not doing things behind the particularly what DJ Khaled is doing. But a lot of people do that, and then it takes like sleuths and a lot of people, a lot of digging for people to realize what happened months later because it wasn't supposed to be private. I just think that.
I would. Oh shit.
Yeah, can you let Odie go because he missed his turn?
Yeah, thank you. So I find this argument.
Mr. Turner is crazy.
I find this argument very ridiculous. Sorry. So MJ is here. Every day I fight MJ. They cancel TPS. So let me ask you people talking about this DJ Khaled and stuff. MJ, how many rooms have you done on how Trump is canceling TPS of Haitians, Venezuelans, things that will affect? I don't see any room. I don't see any room you and Alonso do. But you guys have this strange outrage about what you're not from Palestine. And I find it you guys treat a lot, you Pan-Africanists. You can never love Palestine more than DJ Khaled. Let me repeat it again. You can never, none of you on this stage would love Palestine more than DJ Khaled. You might disagree with his tactics, which you don't know, but this very idea that you know what he's doing is you can never love Palestine. You have no roots there, you have no history there, you have no family there. You guys should take it easy. You can't love his country more than him. Yeah. So this very idea that you guys the very idea that you guys come and say he's not doing anything, you don't know what he's doing. Sure. You clearly don't know what he's doing.
No,
can I finish?
Is that the one that doesn't like to be interrupted, Tar?
I thought it was.
No, that's somebody else. That's resistance. That wasn't from the
Exactly.
Guys, look at the stage, guys. Come on.
Well, the voices all sound alike.
Well, actually, with both of us, to be
Let me figure out what I'm saying. I don't know
I
why you
won't
guys
talk.
talk.
Because
Oh, no, I don't know what I'm doing. God.
Thank you.
It's 2 years. It's 2 years. You guys should let it go. MJ, especially you. You should let it go. You have no power. Kamala lost. We have nobody here can do. You guys can cry all day. But commission attack. And lastly, corporations in America don't need to do anything about Palestine. I mean, it's like, what's going on here? Like corporations in America, they don't need to do anything. There's no social penalty for them. There's not one social penalty for any corporation in America that does not. You're going to Starbucks. You know what Starbucks makes? Some of you should drink Starbucks. Who's boycotting Starbucks? Who's boycotting McDonald's? There is no social penalty. The thing that people should have done was to make sure that Harris, if you care so much about Palestine, if you care so much about people dying, you should have made sure that Kamala Harris won. But some of you said she's a killer. She's gentle, and now you want. Can you stop me? What's wrong with you guys, man? I mean, these are the things you guys do. None of you here is Palestinian. None of you here love Palestinian than anybody. So, I mean, you guys can control yourselves, I beg. What's the party like? What happened?
Free Gaza now. Free Gaza now.
So let me feel what I'm saying. So this
Party.
am I a mod? If I start moving people down, it's me and my road. You guys should taper your expectations. You have the power. You should have. Let me repeat again. 2024 elections was a defining moment for you people. For you guys that are so pro-Palestinian. The pro-Palestinian movement is dead. You can't protest anymore. People protesting. Trump is done. Trump is giving you the real treatment that you felt that Joe Biden was giving to you guys. You can't even protest. You can't talk too much. They'll just arrest you. You should have fought for it and did what you want. So you cannot come here and be shouting DJ Khaled or I care so much. Some of you were shouting and saying there's no difference between Biden and Harris. I mean, Harris and Trump. I guess you can see the difference now. Trump has openly agreed to Netanyahu's plan for Gaza. I expect you guys to start a protest. Start protesting. Lastly, let me end with this.
Oh my God, Odie. Now, seriously, now you're being abusive.
Let me finish.
You're on a 12-minute rant. All right.
I said, I've only spoken for 3 minutes. I look at the time.
It's
First,
12.
he interrupted me, and I had to give it.
All right, babe. I got it, babe. Go ahead. Come on. Uh-oh. I bet. Oh. Go.
So this very idea, let me tell you, you guys will come 2 years time, 3 years time, you'll be talking about Gaza, and I'll point you, and then nobody lost because of pro-Palestinian people. You have no power. You lost because of immigration and this trans movement. But you guys can be crying every day. Some of you guys have mobilized people like MJ, mobilize your Florida Democrats to go and fight for the Palestinian people. You sat there
one second. So FUCK 12 is supposed to get in there. Resistance is supposed to get in there. Or was that you?
MJ wanted to talk to.
But he,
Oh, that was MJ.
He talked directly to me. I think I'm still a quick response.
Okay. Oh, yours is
They
not.
wanted to
What's
say-
your language? Incredibly brief. Incredibly brief.
Stop silencing Buck 12. Stop silencing Buck 12.
Now, for I will speak. I will only give him the floor. So I'm gonna tell you what Khaled should have done. Right? Just like what you did to me, you tried to make it such that I'm not speaking on Haiti. When Dave Chappelle said that, I would have publicly, like I'm gonna publicly right now, my Haiti work in real life. Right? I do actual things. Right? I don't need to profess. I don't need to, have some kind of political speech 24/7 on what I actually do to change lives in Haiti every single day. What I've dedicated my life to. Right? So, right, what you're saying about me and what I do from the country that I come from is rooted in ignorance, and you should, right, shut your mouth. That's what Khaled should have done to D.L. Hughley. That's what he should have did to Dave Chappelle. But I'm doing Odie.
Go ahead, Buck 12.
Should I let him respond first or should I go?
No, fuck that bullshit. Let's move on.
Come on,
Go ahead,
respond if I can respond. I'm dead. Alright, but so I just wanted to say that voting for Kamala Harris would not done anything for the Palestinian flag. She herself is a Zionist. She has said, and her stance on it has always been, especially during presidential debates, that Israel has the right to defend itself, which, nobody disagrees, but that clearly states the side that she's on. She's been very diplomatic when it comes to the Israeli Zionist aspect of this conflict, and voting for her is what many Arabs, especially those that come from Palestine, did not want to do. That's why she lost that voting block. So I think, let me see how you pronounce Odian word. That's why a lot of people would not have won or gained anything despite who they had voted for, because both presidential candidates are clear Zionists. So I just wanted to state that.
So let me give me 1 minute. First minute. So let me put a goal. You see why I just say no, especially Americans. They did a poll in Palestine themselves. 75% of the Palestinians during this war wanted Harris to win. So you say that Harris and Trump are the same thing. Then you guys are so ridiculous. A poll came out from Palestine. They wanted 75% of people in Gaza wanted Harris to win. So I don't get what you're talking about. But it's okay. Don't worry. We are testing. There's something the Bible said. The Christian Bible says, my father whipped you with canes. I will whip you with scorpions. What Trump is doing is
So they was able to get. So they were.
Wait a minute, nobody else get in there. Resilience. What's going on? Resilience. You getting in or not?
Resistance. No, I'm just waiting for like I said, I got mad.
You want the ping pong to continue?
It's resilient today.
I want to state to that gentleman that sounds like he's either.
Be nice.
I'm gonna definitely be nice. Either he's.
She gonna translate, don't worry, she gonna
Either
translate.
he's ignorant to facts or he's just.
I'm not going to
Be nice.
I say that to say this.
Shut up.
DJ Khaled, once again, DJ Khaled's family,
Odie, be quiet. Odie.
Don't tolerate insult from you. I know you.
I didn't insult you.
Translation, please.
I didn't insult you. So thank you.
Basically, you will not take this.
DJ Khaled's family members, from Haifa and other parts of Palestine clearly stated, there's actually interviews with them that obviously you've never seen. It said that he has never been to Palestine since he was a child. He does not do anything financially or does any fundraising or anything for the people within the Palestine borders. They said he has never done that. These are his family members. They do not deal with him. That's number one. Number two, so many American Muslims who have done more for the plight of the Palestinians than any of those Arabs have done. They have come here and been westernized. So you are, once again, are ignorant to the facts, or you just don't want to know. That's number one. And number two is, I believe it was just yesterday, it was about 5,000 people in front of the UN rallying for the plight of the Palestinians. So when you say the Palestinian cause here in America is dead, once again, you're either ignorant or you don't know what's going on. Everyone in the world knows that not only pro-Palestinian Muslims, but pro-Palestinian Jews, Christians, and all type of denominations want the freedom and liberation of Palestinian people. And people are not going to stop bombarding the government with the little power they do have to stop them. And number three is, yes, everyone with intelligence knows that Kamala Harris, President Trump, or anyone who was running for the presidential election, their stance was they stand with Israel no matter what. Whether it was going to be a genocide openly, or whether it was going to be a genocide in closed doors like the Democrats like to do.
That's
And
right.
the wolf in sheep clothing. The wolf in sheep clothing. They love to give the bombs, they love to give the money, and they say they want to help the Palestinians with a two-state solution. They're liars and they're worse terrorists than the Republicans. And I'm like, whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
All right.
What's up, Odie? What you got to say to that, brother?
Wait a minute, put some brakes on this real quick. Because at the end of the day, Odie is saying that he loved that, whatever his name is, loves his country. You're saying that he doesn't love his country because somebody that said that he has never been back. Just because I haven't been back to somewhere doesn't mean I don't love it. You don't know what he does in his private life, as Jarvis has said. You know,
But his family members do. But his family members do.
No, that's not true. So you
That
know,
is-
The way that man poses when he's in DR.
Excuse me, I will not be fucking interrupted. I am talking. And I will not be disrespected on my motherfucking stage. You understand me? Don't do it.
Yeah, First Lady.
Time, all day long. Wait a minute. Who was that? Go ahead, say it again.
I was just rooting for you, my bad.
You're gonna be in a guru. So, like I was saying, at the end of the day, your family doesn't know who you screwed last night. Okay? Or better yet, they don't know who you're gonna screw tomorrow. Right? They don't know if you cheated on your wife or your husband or whatever. So for somebody to sit there and say, oh, they know what this person has done, you don't go around telling everybody what you did. Like if I go and feed the homeless, I don't put that shit on social media. When I go to my kitchen and I'm doing different things or whatever, I don't go around telling people, oh, this is what I did. If I went to my bank account and I went and I blessed somebody, I don't go around telling people. So just because you think you know something, that is your assumption of what you think you know, right? So again, I hear what you're saying based off of what you think you know and the evidence that has been presented to you, but at the end of the day, we don't know for sure.
Yes, we do.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You're gonna go, Odie, because I want to say something. Let me tell you something. When somebody has pride of their country, they talk about it, they about it, and they post about it. That man posts every summer, Barbados and DR living his motherfucking best life. Let's be very clear. He even be trying to talk Spanish. Santo Domingo, and he be putting Dominicano soy, all that, okay?
He wants to be Jamaican.
Once again, when you have pride for the country you came from, you post it. You don't make a statement because guess what? Everybody above him is Jewish. He's from Israel and he's protecting his bag. That's the truth. Okay? And if he does send money, he may not send it under his name. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he's sending money, but he's not sending it under his name. He's sending it another way. That's
order to lose weight. He posts that shit. When he's fucking with his wife and bothering the shit out of her, he posts that. Once again, look at all the countries he goes to. It's everywhere but where he comes from. And I get it. You want to protect the bag, you protect the bag. I get it. I don't have that type of money, so maybe I'll be doing the same. But this is what it is. I understand. Not everybody is a pride for it. People get Americanized and forget where they came from. We hear this shit all the fucking time from all these first generation immigrants and so forth. They forgot where they came from, where their parents came from. A lot of them don't got a passport. A lot of them don't go back and visit home. And I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Like the last 20 years of social network, you'll never see him a picture or a video of him in Palestine. Never.
All of that is circumstantial evidence. You have pointed out everything that could possibly point to it, but we don't know. All you know is what you think you know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm standing on that. That's it.
Well, I'm just saying it's not like at this point in time, with all the things that we know, and excuse the background noise, to be a spineless individual, regardless of your status in society, you are a disgusting human being. Like that's all I have to say. Like regardless if you have the responsibility to do the right thing or whatever, like having no integrity, sitting and watching people starve, regardless of war, regardless of anything, just how educated people are, and to have the level of access to wealth and resources to just not do anything, it's just some spineless shit. And people have all rights to call you out because you have more than too many opportunities to do the right thing and you choose not to. I don't think anybody should be here defending anybody at this point. Like at this point, it's just like
Okay, sorry. I just want to say this. I know people that are in the movement, and it's not an easy thing to almost give up your life, right? But there's plenty of people in America and worldwide that have lost their jobs. I have a friend that, I've said this before in this room, she's being followed, harassed. Her kid, they went after her job. They went after her kid's job. They are trying to get her kicked out of certain boards that she's a part of, things that she's been, a lifelong member of. So they're trying to remove all sorts of opportunity financially and just all sorts of things because she's standing up for Palestine. And what she's standing up for is for this certain particular business that's operating in Brooklyn. She's trying to get them kicked out of this particular building that's supposed to be serving small businesses and minority businesses. And this is actually a big business that receives funding from the government. And they're being allowed to operate in this space. So she's only going after, maybe this is just a small issue in the grand scheme of things, but there are really powerful people at play that are willing that want to take everything away from her. I mean, she's been followed, she's been stalked and harassed. I mean, I think it's, me personally, I don't worship money that bad. So I would certainly, say something, but at the end of the day, this person has to protect his family. This person has to protect, the people around him. I know people that have been assaulted physically, and these are not like big people or anything. So I can just imagine what they would probably do to someone like Khaled. But I'm not condoning it because I don't like the fact that he's not saying anything. I feel like he should say something, right? Or hey, here's a link. This is an organization that I feel like is reputable and you could donate to, or something. There's other celebrities, the Hadid sisters. They've lost plenty of contracts. They've lost plenty of opportunities because of their stance. So I mean, I think that there are certain people that stand for their people, but there's just people that are not.
And I just just looked up. Hold on, real quick. And I just looked up. DJ Khaled has not been to the West Bank, Ramallah, where he came from as a child, since 1986. He has not stepped a foot into Palestine. 86.
So I'm just listen. At this point, I'm just looking at all these celebrities and wealthy people as financial slaves. Like at this point, the more money you have, the more of a slave you will be because you do not want to lose that money. That's just a thing that I've come to recognize. But to Sin, your point, there's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. I'm not gonna say it right, but he says, "If you trade your liberty for security, you deserve neither and will get neither." And I believe that at this point, we're just showing the powers that be that, hey, all you have to do is apply a little bit of financial pressure to people and they will fold, they will bend, they will go against their own integrity and morals to keep whatever money and little status and little value that they think they have instead of doing the right thing. And to me, and I said that before when I first came in the room, like I sit back and I used to read history and look at slavery, look at what happened in Nazi Germany and all these other crimes against humanities that happened. And I would just always wondered, like, yo, what did people think? Like, were people not saying, yo, this is wrong? And here I am living in it in 2025 and I'm already seeing what it is. People just don't want to, and I said before, people are just self-interested. They're just selfish instead of saying that, wow, this is a real issue. Like we all in the grand scheme of things are getting fucked regardless. Inflation is higher than it's ever been. The wealthy are getting, like Elon Musk is projected to be the first trillionaire in history. And we are fighting for crumbs. When people there's people that wake up in this world that don't even get the opportunity to even fight. They out there straight out the womb, starving. And we're here discussing like our luxuries. So for like, I don't know, maybe it's a philosophical thing, but for me it's like, how are we supposed to improve the world that we live in if we're still operating in mine? Like we should really take some time out to really think and say, hey, like certain things aren't just worth it. Because at the end of the day, it might be them across the pond. Yeah, it is. It might be them across the pond, but tomorrow it could be you.
And brother, everything that you said, I wouldn't disagree with you on. The only thing is, I'm not in a place to judge anyone. Because guess what? I don't know their heart. I am not God. So we can pass judgment all day long, and do all those different things. I choose not to. Y'all go right on ahead.
Well, he happens to be a Muslim, so we have something in Islam that a beautiful tradition and a beautiful understanding of our text.
Absolutely.
And we know that yes, you may not be able to read someone's mind or no one's heart, but intentions are based on actions also. And that's how we know. So his actions, it showed he knows no concern, nor he is in no way does it matter to him the welfare of the Palestinian people. He does not want to get caught in the politics because he doesn't want to lose wealth, because that's what's important to him, his lavish lifestyle, and that is apparent by his actions. Point blank. You could try to defend it all you want. That's your prerogative.
Don't say, wait a minute, hold on, because I'm a respectful person. Again, don't say
I'm not being disrespectful.
anything.
Man,
Excuse me,
with all
sir.
due respect, you said.
Excuse me, sir. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to defend anything. Period. That's it. You can continue on. I'm not trying to defend anything. Go ahead. Continue on.
Okay, well then when people try to say that we don't know what he's doing or neither do they. We once again know what he's showing with his actions, and that's what we're gonna go about. Since none of us know. And the fact of the matter, he doesn't care. Okay. Because we surely know that Jennifer Lopez just 3 days ago donated $3 million to the Palestinian cause. Why don't people know that?
People's hearts. I just want to know, did you guys go to like this special MRI class?
No, we got the revelation from the Almighty God, so we know these things.
At the end of the day, so you telling me that God told you that DJ Khaled saying.
No, I think what he's saying.
There's a mix.
What I'm saying is,
Hold on, wait, Justin.
all right, go
No,
ahead.
what he's saying is that months before the election, we knew Kamala was going to lose because of no radical stance on Gaza. You want to interrupt me because you don't want the audience to know the truth.
I'm not interrupting.
We knew she was going to. Well, how come everyone can speak but me? The audience is wondering.
Go ahead, baby.
But I was already going ahead. I know you want to keep stopping me because that's the hypocrite stance. That's why you have Trump. That's why he's going to slap the shit out of you all. And that's because the last chance you had was through Kamala. If you had convinced her, not you personally, but the movement, had convinced her to make a stand on Gaza, she would have gotten 13 million more votes. That's what's hurting you now. That's why you're under Trump's orange stick. And so therefore, the Gaza that you refuse to look at, you're experiencing now. It's happening to you.
You get it all
Well
out.
said. That's well said. It's only gonna get worse if you look away.
Did you get it all out?
Yeah, I want the young people to be aware. So forget these older people because they don't get it. They're going to figure it out and understand in 9 months. But you young people already get it, like fuck 12 and resistance and water. So keep going with what you're doing. Because that's the reason we're in this shit is because of no stance on Gaza. And that's why we're faced with this clown Trump. So just like you laugh at MAGA saying they fucked around and found out, no, motherfucker, you all fucked around and found out, and you're gonna find out for another 11 years. Because Republicans ain't coming out of office.
So that means you don't live in the
That's
States.
going to be your Gaza.
So you don't live in the States. So you're
I'm
not
telling you the
you're not
truth.
part of us.
And I know
See that you're not telling the truth. I didn't
I
say
know it triggers you. That's why you want to interrupt me.
You know, you've been talking for a minute. I can ask the question. Listen, Paul, don't piss me off. Because you know we go together, so don't do it.
Yeah, Odie, why are you so silent? Keep Nigeria alive. Look at Tinubu. Your own Gaza is happening in Nigeria. So, stop all the hypocritical bullshit, you older people, and let the young people move forward. Give them all the financial support and all the information they need behind the scenes and get the fuck out of the way.
Anyway, so you live in the States? Yes or no? Okay. So you're not going to be impacted. It's just us that's going to suffer. Got it.
I told you that 2 months ago. You're fucked. Yeah.
Whatever point. I'm not. You said I was going with you, so I'm not worried about it. Listen, I'm not worried about it, just like you're not worried about it.
I'm worried about fuck 12, resistance, and water continuing to mine.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to say. F12 said that
They should be the
that they
moderators.
shouldn't have voted for Kamala.
They should be the moderators. Yeah, they have the information.
Well, they can go and open their own space, and you can go in there and help them. Or you can go open your space, and all of y'all.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. That no one should have never voted for Kamala. All the Democrats, absolutely.
See?
I'm saying.
Well, I didn't say that. I just want to
I'd rather know the terrorist than the one that's hiding being doing
Oh,
terrorism.
it's the resistance one.
Yes.
Got it.
Because we
That's the one
we knew what Donald Trump was going to do. That wasn't a secret.
No,
But
that's
what the Democrats were going to try to do.
So who should have voted for Bush? Who should have voted
He's
for
not lying.
No one should have voted. We should have withheld our votes. All of the Democrats should have withheld their votes.
Ain't that about
What would happen?
Whatever would have happened then, Civil War, whatever would have happened, I don't care. The
Yeah,
point
we're
is,
behind
no
it.
one should have ever
There.
voted.
Yes, to the right point. We should listen to resistance.
Nigga said vote for the.
Nigga behind something like talking like Bush is Civil War.
No, I don't hide, my nigga. I'm out on the front line. I'm out in the front lines. I'm in the front lines.
When the last time you shot a gun, bro?
When I had to do my 15 years in prison.
You shot a gun in prison?
I know I was convicted for taking someone's life. You could be next if you want.
Oh, please. Please.
Why would you do that?
Since he's questioning my gun, since he's questioning my gun game.
No, I'm gonna have to boom the room.
And she allowed to be.
He's cool.
Exactly.
These are the cowards that wouldn't do it. They wouldn't harm a fly. These are the cowards. These are the cowards that let his people. These are the cowards that let his people get oppressed by the white colonizers, and he wouldn't do a damn thing.
Resistance all possible.
Okay.
That's because you're a coward.
No, you can't be threatening people's lives. Like, what's wrong with
Okay, so
you?
does that cause friends?
I didn't threaten his life.
You committed manhandation, so you gotta stand on 10 with them.
At least someone heard. Exactly.
So resistance.
Why his people was that?
Bro, if you shut the fuck up, I can respond to you. I'll let you speak. I'll let you threaten my life. Right? So you think you're so bad because you killed one motherfucking person. Bro, I've been to war 6 fucking times. Shut the fuck up, you pussy.
You bitch, you didn't go to war. You went to countries and killed innocent people on behalf of Americans. You fucking colonizing animal. You went to Afghanistan. You went to Iraq and killed innocent people. You didn't win a war. You were never in no fucking war. What other army did you go against, motherfucker? Stop lying to yourself. The last time America went to Afghanistan, they got their ass whipped by the Mujahideen. Went running like coward bitches. The only people y'all can kill is innocent people in Gaza and in Iraq, motherfucker. You forget Abu Ghraib, motherfucker? We got kidnapped innocent Iraqis and torturing them. Y'all ain't never fight nobody, motherfucker. Tell a lie to yourself. Nigga, the last war America was in, which was Vietnam, a real war, they got their ass whipped also. Went running like bitches. They came back a bunch of junkies.
Dude, you a fucking pussy, man.
Fucking speech impediment because of it. We get the fuck up.
Yeah, some of you motherfuckers talk so much shit and have no fucking clue.
You can't even talk.
It's funny. And Water, shut your fucking mouth.
Now, I will vote
Because you killed one person, because you killed one person, you think you're big and bad, and it'll probably do some pussy shit anyway.
Y'all know this shit is recorded on YouTube, right?
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, threatening somebody's life is.
I'm not worried about no fucking shit like that.
It's not about that. I'm just saying.
I'm just letting y'all know, be aware since you guys talking. Y'all don't know when that shit is on YouTube, but it's live right now on YouTube.
To say that kind of stuff out loud when it wasn't even warranted, you were just asking him about the last time he shot a gun. And then it just escalated somewhere. I don't know about that.
This is why I said I'm not done. And the following question was because he said a civil war. Like he's down for the war. Well, this is a resistance for you. This is how it behaves. That's an not tolerating nonsense. He says the dinest of things, but it's okay. I just want to quickly point out that this same guy said there were 5,000 people protesting at the UN. I worked in the UN. I see I have colleagues in the UN. Nobody protested at the UN yesterday. Again, you can't, I mean, like, let's just stop this. I know that people are feeling bad. They did it virtually, though. They did it virtually. We don't pay for it all. Bring us home. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Excuse me. I think his anger is perpetuated by the following. You have a country now where mass men are pulling up and abducting people. So I don't know what rules you're working with, not you people in the room, I'm just saying the country. And so his statement, although scathing, that I do know how to use a gun, blah, 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 I think you need to pay attention. The recent mass shooting in Manhattan, the reason the guy could double park his BMW, get out with a rifle, dressed the way he was, and no one said anything is because they thought he was ICE. And that's the truth that won't come out in the media for you. But those are some of the truths that some of us know behind the scenes. And some of you on Clubhouse, we now know clearly. You don't even know what's fucking going on. You're hypocrites. Because if you knew what was going on, you would have known Kamala was losing 2 months before the election because of Gaza. That's why his passion is the way it is. But you fucked around and found out. And so now you're on Clubhouse running rooms complaining about, oh, did you see what Trump did? Oh my God. Oh my, that's his point.
Passion when motherfuckers telling people not to vote. How passion when motherfuckers probably
tired of voting and seeing that specific political party that has a whole bunch of promises, where even the presidential candidate could come up and say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But when it comes to black people, black problems, black needs, black wants, there is no type of urgency, no type of prioritization, nothing. When it comes to black people, it's, hey, there's a whole bunch of people in front of the bus, you're going to have to wait in the back.
I hear you, bro. So listen, I'm not a Democrat, right? But at the end of the day,
Neither am I, brother.
I don't agree with a lot of shit they do. But at the end of the day, when you only have one other fucking option, who are you gonna go with? Period. Look what the fuck's going on right now with Trump. So for people to say, oh, you should have held your vote from Kamala or fuck the Democrats, you'll be fucked more. At least you get fucked with some fucking grace. Now you get fucked with no loot.
Well, for me, the way I look at it is that I'd rather see the whole shit burn down. And I think, in my opinion, I'm willing to ride out this uncomfortable ass ride because that's what it is.
So what about the kids? What about the kids who started that?
Well, that's what it is. Legislation passed, you're gonna vote.
Wait.
So hold on.
One second. That's what it is right there, fuck 12. Exactly what you said. People want to see America burn down to the ground. You guys hate Democrats so much you want to punish Democrats by not voting for stupid ass Jill Stein or whoever the fuck else because you want to see America crumble, bro.
Well, that's hyperbole. That is hyperbole speech. That is no. I said that because no, that's me expressing the level of like just destruction or whatever has to happen for people to wake up and say, wow, what did it take
So why
for us to get to this point?
with the more better, with a,
Repeat that again. Why don't I move to a different country? Well, because
I said,
that is American
to a
fact.
country where there's a prime minister or a president what I'm saying, let me finish what I said.
You're cutting off. You're in the
Country where
matrix,
you have
man.
a prime minister or a president, see if you can get citizens, move to a country where there's a prime minister or some type of president that's gonna represent your values, okay? Because there's not gonna be a perfect president. But at
So I
the same
disagree.
time, when you're looking at parties in the United States, if you're looking for legislation that's gonna benefit you, you're gonna look towards Democrats. You want immediate gratification. You forget that you are not the only person in the United States. These policies have to complement not only you, but the people around you.
All right, so real quick, for one, I'm an American, so I can definitely stay here and continue to criticize my country because that is what makes me an American. If I'm willing
say
to
that.
sit
Just go ahead and get to your point. Get to your point, because y'all complaining
So
about the Democratic Party. But your
So
ass
why
is
are
good.
you cutting me off, man? I don't understand why you're in your feelings. With all due respect, I'm not projecting onto you. I'm not cutting you off. I'll let you get your point off. Now let me get my point.
And I will continue to keep talking, and I will continue to keep talking.
All right, so continue,
What's next for you?
ma'am. So continue, ma'am. So continue.
You
Go ahead.
disrespected the Democratic Party, but that's where the Democrats. But guess what? They're the ones that's coming with the legislation that you need. Just because it's not perfect to you, it's not perfect for you. It's enough for this country. You got Republicans that don't give a fuck about you. How you wipe your ass, how you gonna eat, how you gonna live. They don't give a fuck about you. You're not in the top 1%. You're a broke ass Dusty on this fucking phone talking to us and complaining about shit you can't have. You want shit. You want. Motherfucker, go do something about it.
Okay, so thank you for the projection because you're entirely wrong about majority of the things you said, especially starting with the broke and dusty. I'm far from that actually. And two, the legislation. Hold on, man. The legislation that Democrats continue to push and advocate for again have done nothing for my party. I'm not loyal. See, that's the issue. People in this country are extremely tribalistic and like a pledge allegiance to a fucking party. It's a two-system party for a reason. And one of those parties, especially the Democrats, were extremely racist not so long ago. Ask your great-great-grandmother about that. So at the end of the day, because I choose to say that I don't want to participate in the bullshit and continue to get breadcrumbs when I know what's really going on. So you're just gonna continue to mute me out? Like, can I speak or what's going on?
No, they're triggered by the truth. So let it go. It's just
Yeah.
just a
I don't understand. How are you gonna continue to project and like, you know, not want to get corrected? No, you're projecting.
You sound dumb. You
projecting
have the nerve to bring up. You act like
you sound like you're in your feelings. You sound like you on your feelings, man.
What did Lee Johnson say after he signed the
Man,
Civil
you
Rights Act?
sound like you on your feelings, man.
You
Man,
don't
sound like
know.
you're in your
You actually
feelings,
don't
man.
know shit about. You
Man,
don't know what the fuck
Man,
you're
you're in
talking
your
about.
feelings.
Talk about
You're in your
my
feelings,
great
and it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. You're already in your feelings, man.
The new dude, the fucking Civil Rights Act. So much shit has happened in between with those parties that their ideology changed. You're stupid.
So what has the Democrats brought for you? Let me know what they have done for you. What they have done to bring black people out of
Number one
poverty.
thing.
Let me know. But if you don't vote for me, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Other than that. And then when he did become president, he wrote executive orders for Pacific Islanders, right? For shit that they went through for 2 years.
Pacific Islander. There's no.
Yes, he did. In 2020, because of the pandemic, Joe Biden was
Pacific
fucking executive. It was for Asians. It was for Asians. It was for Asians and Pacific Islanders.
No, you can't do any type. Who on here?
Yo, are you ignorant?
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you are a dusty because you don't
Oh
read.
my goodness! All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up.
I know what the fuck you're talking about. Pacific Islanders.
So we can understand its comprehension. Read it verbatim.
President Biden's executive order 14031 established a federal integrity working group as part of the White House initiative on Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. That's just one thing. Again, to what's the word I want to use? To cater to a certain community.
Can you read it and not editorialize?
Okay, let me find an actual.
Just fingers don't get tired.
So hold on right here.
You cannot write any type of legislation.
Alright, so here we go.
They put Pacific
Executive order on advancing equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered as follows. Section 1 policy, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islanders, individuals, and communities are irrefutable sources of our nation's strength. These communities have molded American experiences, yada 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 yada, the richness of Americans.
You can't do the yada yada.
Are you guys gonna really sit here and okay? So these communities have molded American experience, and the achievements of AA and NHPI communities make the United States stronger and more vibrant. The richness of America's multicultural democracy is strengthened by the diversities of AA and NHPI communities and the many cultures and languages of Asian Americans and NHPI individuals in the United States. Asian Americans, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities together constitute the fastest growing ethnic group in the United States and make rich contributions to our society, our economy, and our culture. Yet, for so long, systematic barriers, right? Forget about black people. Systematic barriers to equity, justice, and opportunity put the American dream out of reach of many Asian Americans and NHPI communities. Many Asian Americans and NHPI individuals face persistent disparities in socioeconomic health and